What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar with C-Zar Gets Crypto, and we are talking about BLZ today, BLZ, on the Coinbase chart. You know, I've been calling for a lot of things, man. I've been wrong, I've been right, whatever. I've been calling for, as of lately, a move down to about 20 cents, potentially lower than that, but I've been saying that I would probably buy once we go below 20 cents. We haven't quite gone below 20 cents yet. We are getting close to the end of the week. I also did say that if this week closed red, that I might not buy around 20 cents, because what that would look like actually would be like a very severe divergence, bearish divergence. If the week closed red, you'd also reject your overbought zone. I would think that at that point, I mean, obviously, if the week closed red, you'd be below 18.37 cents. So obviously, I would buy lower than 20 cents. But, you know, what I'm trying to say is, my last video I was saying I'm going to buy the second I see it under 20 cents. But I'd like to say unless this week closes red. So I'm going to be patient. Even if I see it under 20 cents today or tomorrow, you know, within the next day and 20 hours, I might just wait and see how it unfolds. Because if we can close the week green like this and we're in the overbought zone, cool, perfect. It looks like we came out of it. We're in it again. We probably do come higher. Maybe we do form some bearish divergence on it, but I don't think it'd stop here, because this is pretty severe. But if it does close red and we do look like we got this rejection off the overbought zone, I'm going to be glad that I waited, and that's probably because it won't stop at about 18 cents. It'll probably go down to like 13 to 15 cents, something like that, form a higher low, and then we can go higher from there. You know what else is down in that area? Is this previous area of resistance here, support. You got like support here, kind of support in this area, resistance, somewhere around like 13 cents there would make sense to me. Maybe even a little bit higher. I don't know, yeah, 13.5 cents. And if we had a red closing week, I'd probably buy at 15 cents personally. That's where I was originally wanting to buy whenever this move was confirmed to the upside, no longer a trap. You are out of your overbought zone right now, right? Coming out of it. Let's just see here. The last time that you were in your overbought zone, from top to bottom, you dropped 50% roughly, right? You were in your overbought zone here, and whenever you came out of it, the move that ensued from top to bottom, immediate low at least, was 37.6%. So far, BLZ, you have dropped, let's see, 28%, so not quite that big. 37% would take you down to about like 18 cents actually. That'd be like 37%, right? 18 cents exactly actually. When you were overbought over here and you came out of it, let's see, that wasn't too bad, was it? Oh, that's not the right measurement. From top to bottom, 21%. Okay, there you go. But look at the difference, right? The difference in the move, kind of different circumstances. You were coming off of a low like this and then up. I don't know. I guess you are coming off of a low and then going up. But the move itself just looks different. It looks, you know what I mean? Like, it's not the same. It's not the same at all, in my opinion. I'm saying that the RSI looks pretty similar, though. Maybe this is exactly what you're going to get, man. I don't know. You bounced off your 50. Maybe. I don't know. But this is a lot bigger over here. That would imply more, like a greater price growth than that. I don't know. Maybe not. Let's see. We've dropped 27% already, so a little bit bigger than that. When we were at the end of this move up, we dropped a lot more, but we weren't in the overbought zone, were we? Let's see. Maybe this move. 40%, something like that. I don't know. It's kind of encouraging, man. Kind of encouraging, because the RSI readings do look pretty similar. I'm not gonna lie. We're kind of even behaving similarly, right? Like it actually does kind of look similar, in my opinion. I don't know. Different conditions for sure, but anyways, traditionally speaking, being in the overbought zone and coming out of it does not result in good things for the price action. Being in the overbought zone isn't a bad thing. It's coming out of it that's the bad thing, right? So I would assume that we do go lower from here. Maybe I'm not as convinced that we're going to go down to that 18 cent area, but I am holding out for that. Let's just see how that goes. Maybe even down to 15 to 13 cents again, right? But right now we could be finding support at a previous area of resistance. We did get really close to that 20-cent zone, man. The RSI on the 4-hour, to me, it just, let's see how today plays out. Let's see how this week plays out. I really want to see. Right now, my assumption would be that we're working our way down to the oversold zone, and if we see that, we're definitely going to get lower prices than we have now. Breaking below this kind of like not double bottom, but like we have a low here, we have a low here. Breaking below that, I think, would promote faster and further price to the downside. Pairing that with the fact that this is a previous area of resistance over here, getting below that, I think, would take us at least to the next area of resistance / support, which would be somewhere over here. I mean, that's at like 17 cents there, so, and potentially even lower from there. If we were to take the fibs from low to high here, we haven't hit the 382. I would think we would at least hit the 382. I don't think that was the low. I definitely do think we at least go lower. But seeing the 618 to the 69, somewhere around, again, that's like 15 to 16 cents there. That wouldn't be too crazy. That really wouldn't be too crazy at all. But time will tell. So, I just wanted to do an update on this because we have moved down a little bit so far, right? If you want to DCA into BLZ, at least you're not FOMOing at the top now. Close to it, but we're like, what, 27% away from the top now? 25%, whatever. That's not a bad thing, right? That's definitely a better deal than you would have gotten before. But if it is going to go a little bit lower, it might be patient, or it might be good to be patient. I would think just wait a day. Wait a day and 20 hours. Wait till Monday comes around. Let's see how this week closes. Because if this week closes red, you're going to be very happy that you waited. If it closes here or a cent higher, like, are you really going to like hate yourself that much for just waiting? I think it's, personally, me speaking, I would just wait. That's me. So I am going to wait. And I really don't have anything else to say. 4-hour RSI bearish. 1-hour RSI looks bearish, but those can change pretty quickly. Daily RSI is starting to look bearish, right? Got a bearish engulfing candle after this potentially bullish looking day. We did close. Did we close? We did close just barely below this high here, right? If I take a line and I put it at that closing high, zoom it in. Gotta zoom it in, but you can see we actually did close just below that. Not a good look overall. Day is still young. Yes, we're green right now, and it looks like we have like a double bottom, but I don't know, man. This 4-hour RSI does not look promising. I would think you go lower. Yeah. And if, again, man, if this week closes red, that could be really not promising for the price. I would think that you might see a move play off of this fib from low to high. Yeah, the 382 down there at about 13.8 cents, man. Previous area of resistance, it wouldn't be too crazy at all, right? From this last low to high right here, you found support on your 382. Could you be moving up to the same 382? For those of you that don't know with fibs, yes, you can do that. Yes, you can take a low to a previous, a low to a previous high and keep it there and continue to move it up, right? It's not like with trend lines, you learned this, right? Like if you take this from top to this top here, and as the price is going, you're like, oh, well, I'm going to adjust it to this one. Oh, I'm going to adjust it to this one. Like, you can't do that with trend lines. You're nitpicking. But with fibs, you're not nitpicking. You're measuring the current range before you, right? So let me just show you what I mean, okay? I promise you it's not nitpicking. For those of you that are learning fibs or want to learn fibs, this is a little trick. If you stuck around, you can get a little taste. If you see me do this and you don't understand why, just watch, okay? So from this low, whenever we moved up to this high here, right? Let's just say it was that high right there. Look at this. You bounced right off your 618. And it's from this low here, right? From this low all the way up to this high here, you bounced off your 0.5, not too common, but really you closed at your 382. You held your 382 as support significantly, right? But you quite literally bounced right off your 618 with this move here. You take that same low. You don't need to move it. You just move the high now. Move it up to this high. Right? You bounced off your 382. Move it up to this high. You not really significant. Not really significant at that point. It's not as common to find support on your 236, but you did find support on your overall ascending trend line here, and you were showing strength in the RSI, so you just continue to build. But that's like one poor example out of like the 4 that I've already shown that have like kind of matched up, right? Here at this top, like the actual top, same low, new top, found support at your 382. If you were to take it and put it at this top now and find support at your 382, that wouldn't be too weird. We've seen that, right? Technically down here, you wicked below it, but you closed at your 382. Here you went all the way down to your 618. I don't believe that we're going to see that. It is still possible, guys. It is 100% still possible to see prices down at 8 to 7 cents. It really is. I just personally don't think we're going to get there. I think this move is proving to be very strong and resilient. And with that, I am thinking we're going to get a higher low here. And out off that 382, it wouldn't be too crazy. And that 382 comes in right there at around 13.8 cents. So just keep that in mind. Anyways, I feel like I've gone on long enough about this thing. Lower, I definitely do think we're going lower. This is what they call a Maru Bazoo, right? That is a bearish indication. If you want to go to the pattern site, for those of you that don't know the pattern site, you can look up all kinds of things. It's like an index for chart patterns and candlesticks. Thomas Bulkowski made this site. He updates it regularly. You can see market overview 10/27/23. Like, he literally updates this thing all the time. It's the 27th right now. He updated this thing today. So anyways, candlesticks, it's a very good thing to use, man. You can just go through and just read them all. I mean, I haven't read them all, but if you're curious, you want to spend some time learning some things. Maru Bazoo Black, that's what this is, right? So a Maru Bazoo Black, it's a red candle. It looks like this. He gives a little picture, a little example. He'll even show you in the charts that's a Maru Bazoo. And the idea of a Maru Bazoo is that whenever you see it, if it's a red one, then you're going down. If it's green one, you're going up. That means, right, there was so much buying pressure that from the point of open to the point of close, it literally just went down. And you can see bearish price action followed. But he does say that in his experience, the black Maru Bazoo acts as continuation only half the time, just a little bit over half the time. So it's kind of a neutral thing, but being that we are at a top like this and the RSI did just come out of the overbought zone, I would think that we go lower. All in all, that's a bearish candle. I was just kind of, trying to throw some tricks to the trade out there for those of you who are learning or want to learn. This tool, you guys, out of anything that you could learn by watching me do it, it's very cool. It's nice to watch something be done in front of you, but if you're curious and you want to just delve into this, man, he made this for free. He's wrote a bunch of books, and I've heard good things about his books. I just, I personally haven't bought any. But if you want to buy a book from him, cool. He's a very respected, very well-known trader. He's been trading for a long time. He's an old man, and he's got the world record. I don't know if it's actually solidified, but if it could be, it would be. He's got the record for the most publicly categorized trades for decades now. He's kept track of all of them. These aren't just random numbers that he pulls out his ass. He literally bases it off of trades and patterns that he's identified throughout his entire career of doing this. So he knows what he's talking about. He's a very smart man, very, very experienced guy in this space, and this index, if you will, is his gift to us. It's totally free. So thepatternSite.com. Go ahead and learn on that if you want to. A little bit of shilling for thepatternSite.com there. But Blue Zell down. I think it's going down ultimately. If you guys like the video, leave a thumbs up. Subscribe to see more. I'll see you on the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.